Is Germany's economy really the worst performing leading economy in the world? This question has been echoing in the corridors of economic forums and think tanks across the globe. For years, Germany has been hailed as Europe's economic powerhouse, a beacon of stability amidst the turbulent financial seas. Its blend of manufacturing might, fiscal discipline, and export-oriented growth strategy has been the envy of the world. But recently, this economic titan has shown signs of faltering. The narrative of Germany's invincible economy seems to be unraveling. Analysts are pointing to a cocktail of issues ranging from dwindling demand to energy and industry challenges, consumption trends, digitalization, and even innovation. Each of these threads, when pulled, reveals a complex web of problems that could potentially explain Germany's economic slowdown. So the real question is, are we witnessing a momentary dip or a more lasting descent? So, let's dive deeper and unravel the truth behind Germany's economic downturn. One of the most significant issues affecting the German economy is the dwindling demand for its products. As the world's third-largest exporter, Germany's economic health is closely tied to the global appetite for its goods and services. But as we delve deeper into the issue, we see that the demand for German products has been on a steady decline, and the reasons behind this are multifaceted. Firstly, we have to consider the global economic slowdown. Germany's export-driven economy is vulnerable to changes in the global market. As economies around the world grapple with their own issues, the demand for German products has understandably taken a hit. From automobiles to machinery, the call for these goods is not as robust as it once was. The second cause of this falling demand is the ongoing trade tensions. Protectionist policies and trade wars disrupt the smooth flow of goods and services across borders. This, in turn, has a direct impact on Germany's export-dependent economy. The very fabric of the global trade ecosystem, which Germany has so seamlessly integrated itself into, is being threatened, leading to a decrease in the demand for German products. Lastly, we cannot overlook Germany's heavy reliance on exports. While this model has served the nation well during periods of global prosperity, it has also left it vulnerable during times of economic uncertainty. The country's dependence on external markets has magnified the impact of the global slowdown and trade tensions on its economy, leading to a further decrease in demand. So, what does this all mean for Germany's economic future? The dwindling demand for its products presents a significant challenge. It's a wake-up call for the nation's leaders to rethink their economic strategy. Perhaps it's time for Germany to decrease its dependence on exports and focus more on stimulating domestic consumption and investment. In the end, it's clear that there's no easy solution. Germany's economic woes cannot be solved overnight. But one thing is certain. Could a shift in economic strategy be the answer to this problem? The answer to that may well determine Germany's economic trajectory in the coming years. Another major challenge facing Germany is its energy and industrial sector. As the world pivots towards sustainable energy sources, Germany's traditionally strong industrial sector, deeply rooted in coal and fossil fuels, is facing a moment of reckoning. This transition from coal and other non-renewable resources is not just a matter of environmental responsibility, it's also a complex economic issue, with implications for employment, regional economies, and the country's global competitiveness. Germany's coal regions, once the heartland of its industrial prowess, are now grappling with the consequences. Thousands of jobs are at stake, and regional economies that have long depended on these industries are struggling to adapt. The question here is not just about how to replace coal, but also about how to create new sustainable jobs for these communities. At the same time, the pressure to become more energy efficient and reduce carbon emissions is mounting. Germany's manufacturing sector, a cornerstone of its economy, is also feeling the heat. The transition to a more sustainable model is proving to be a daunting task. Yet it's not all doom and gloom. Opportunities abound in the crisis. The push for renewable energy and energy-efficient industries could indeed spur innovation and create new avenues for growth. It could catalyze a new wave of green jobs, fostering both economic and environmental sustainability. It's clear that a more sustainable and efficient energy sector could be a key to recovery. Let's now turn our attention to consumption, another area where Germany is facing difficulties. Picture an economic engine, if you will. Consumption is the fuel that keeps this engine running smoothly. But in Germany, this fuel supply is dwindling. The German economy, once a roaring powerhouse, is now sputtering, struggling to maintain momentum. Low consumption rates are a significant contributor to this economic slowdown. So what's causing these low consumption rates? There's a multitude of factors at play here. One key factor is Germany's aging population. As people grow older, they tend to spend less, leading to a decrease in overall consumption. This demographic shift is a ticking time bomb for Germany's economic health. Then there's the Germans' notoriously cautious consumer behavior. Germans are known for their prudent spending habits and high savings rates. While this financial conservatism might be commendable on an individual level, on a macroeconomic scale, it translates into less money circulating in the economy, less demand for goods and services, and ultimately, slower economic growth. But let's not forget the impact of recent global uncertainties. Trade tensions, Brexit, and the lingering effects of the pandemic have all made consumers more hesitant to open their wallets. Increased consumption could stimulate the economy, but how can this be achieved? It's a conundrum that Germany's leaders, economists, and policymakers will need to solve if they hope to reignite the country's economic engine. The fourth problem area we'll be looking at is investment and digitalization. Now, it's no secret that the digital age has transformed the global economy. It has reshaped industries and redefined economic productivity. However, Germany, Europe's economic powerhouse, seems to be falling behind in this digital race. Germany's digital infrastructure has been somewhat neglected. The country has been slow to embrace the benefits of digitalization, leading to a stagnation in economic productivity. While other countries have harnessed the power of digital technology to streamline their industries and bolster their economies, Germany seems hesitant to fully embrace this revolution. A lack of investment in digital infrastructure is one of the main culprits. Broadband connectivity, for example, is a critical component of a robust digital infrastructure. Yet Germany ranks relatively low in terms of broadband access compared to other developed countries. This puts German businesses at a disadvantage, hampering their ability to compete in the digital economy. The impact of this lack of investment is far-reaching. It affects everything from small businesses to large corporations, from the manufacturing sector to the service industry. It stifles innovation, hampers productivity, and ultimately slows down economic growth. But it's not all doom and gloom. The necessity of digitalization for future economic growth is not lost on Germany. There are signs that the country is waking up to the importance of investing in its digital future. There's a growing recognition that digitalization is not a luxury, but a necessity for economic survival in the 21st century. Germany has the potential to turn things around. It has a strong industrial base, a skilled workforce, and a reputation for engineering excellence. All it needs is the will to invest in its digital infrastructure and embrace the digital revolution. Investment in digitalization could be a game changer. It could breathe new life into the German economy, drive innovation, and restore Germany's status as an economic powerhouse. But the question remains, is Germany ready to take the leap? Last but not least, we have to talk about innovation, or rather the lack of it. In the global race to stay ahead, innovation is the jet fuel that powers economic growth. Sadly, Germany seems to be running on fumes. The decline in innovative activities is not just a symptom but a cause of the country's economic slowdown. Innovation is the lifeblood of an economy. It's the engine that drives productivity, creates jobs, and fosters competitiveness. Yet in Germany, this engine is sputtering. The country's once vibrant culture of innovation seems to be fading, replaced by complacency and a reluctance to embrace the new. This is a dangerous path to tread. In an increasingly interconnected world, those who fail to innovate risk being left behind. The question now is, can Germany reignite its innovative spirit? Can it once again become a leader in the global economy, not by resting on past laurels but by forging new paths? Innovation is the key to future success. Can Germany rise to the challenge? We've discussed the major problems plaguing the German economy, but what's the way forward? As we've seen, dwindling demand, a struggling energy and industry sector, reduced consumption, lack of investment in digitalization, and a notable absence of innovation are key issues that need to be addressed. Economic diversification could be a viable solution, tapping into new markets and sectors, thereby reducing reliance on traditional ones. A concerted effort to invest in digital infrastructure could help reignite the economy, providing the foundation for businesses to compete in the digital age. Fostering innovation is another crucial aspect. By encouraging research and development and creating a conducive environment for startups, Germany could pave the way for new opportunities and economic growth. Indeed, the challenges are significant. and the journey to recovery might be long. However, with strategic planning, resilience, and a commitment to change, Germany has the potential to reclaim its position as Europe's economic powerhouse. The road to recovery may be long, but with the right strategies, Germany can reclaim its position as Europe's economic powerhouse.